Joining me right now from our friends at the Herald is Kate Irby. She's got a story about that couple that were caught having sex on the beach. Tell me about the story.
All right, so the basic narrative is these two. You've got Alyssa Alvarez, who's 20, and Jose Caballero, who's 40. The two of them were caught having sex on the beach. She's moving on top of him in a sexual way in a video that they showed in court. Around 2:30 in the afternoon, early afternoon, a family member who had seen this from a different family, not their own family, went over and said, you know, my children are here, can you guys stop? And they responded in an angry manner, according to testimony. They stopped for a little while, a few hours later started up again, and then that family ended up calling the police. The two of them got arrested, and they were found guilty on Monday of having sex on the beach, and were both charged with lewd and lascivious exhibition.
Okay, the sentence, when I heard this, I about fell out of my chair. 15 years in prison?
Yeah, so that's the maximum. The maximum sentence for both of them, for a possibility, would be 15 years in prison. It would be a $10,000 fine, and it would be, they'd have to register as sex offenders.
Okay, so now fast forward to now. So are they really going to face 15 years in prison?
According to the state attorney, no. They can always pursue those charges, but Ed Brodsky, our elected state attorney in the 12th Judicial District, said no, we're not going to pursue those charges. The interesting thing is Alyssa Alvarez had a clear record before now. She has no prior charges, so they're probably not going to be very aggressive with her, and they have said that. But you still have Jose Caballero, who actually has a prior charge of cocaine trafficking, which he served 8 years in prison for. Because of that prior charge, the state attorney could file what's called a prisoner release reoffender paperwork, which means he would have to serve the maximum automatically. But they apparently went back on that and withdrew that paperwork, which means they are not pursuing that 15 years anymore.
Yeah, can you imagine that? 8 years for dealing in heroin and 15 for having sex on the beach. I'm not trying to make light of this, but I'm sure that the people looked at that and were kind of horrified. But they still have to remain as registered sex offenders? I don't get that if it was consensual.
Well, apparently it's because of the charge. The lewd and lascivious exhibition charge automatically says that you have to register as a sex offender. And that includes so many things. I mean, that includes masturbating in public. It means exposing yourself. So they would have to still register as sex offenders under this charge.
And that probably will not go away, right?
That probably won't go away.
Wow.
But
now,
I
when
think
do they make
still
this,
have discretion to do that.
And when is their sentencing coming up?
That sentencing has not been scheduled yet, but it should be within the next couple months.
Kate Irby, folks, read about it in the Herald, and you know, just don't do what they did on the beach. 15 years is a long time.
It is.
Okay, Kate, thank you so much for information.
Thank you.